Hey everybody, it's Sunday and it's Tom Antion live from Virginia Beach. So glad you could make it tonight. I think I'm going to sing. I just have a feeling I need to sing, and since we always have to wait for a little audience to build, it's probably a good time for it. So I'm going to sing a little bit. Feel free to put comments in or hold your ears. Hey, there's Alan. How you doing? So I'm going to sing. I don't know why. I just pulled this from when I was a kid. I remember going to church. So I'm going to just sing a little bit of the stuff we sang in the church. Ready? Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Ghost, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen. Amen. I don't know why. I just felt like singing. Let's see, Alan says, hey Tom, new router today and changing internet to try to get faster speeds. Oh, I'll tell you what, when you get faster speeds, it really helps all your work, I tell you, because we suffered with like 11 megabits for years with Cox Cable, and then we finally bit the bullet and went with Fios, the fiber optics. And wow, you can buy as fast as you want, but I bought 50 down and 50 up, and oh boy, it just changes your whole life. I don't know what they have out there where you live, but that's really great. So, hey Dennis, how are you? Nice to see you tonight. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's saying, Alan's saying stuff that takes him a half hour at his place only took a minute at my house. Yeah, because of that speed, you know. So, and the prices are coming down, but I just don't know out where you live how it is. David, how are ya? Where's your caller if you're singing like that? I don't know why I can remember that from when I was a kid, and we only went to the church in the big city where they sang that every, on Easter or something. I don't know. Hey Dennis, how are you? All right, so we got a good show lined up tonight. Let me turn some of this stuff off here, and we'll get going here. See what we got for you tonight. Well, our fake sponsor today is Bear Claw Back Scratchers. And this is a handy device. Look at this thing. This is good quality too, man. You could make a selfie stick out of this if you had to. But, if you're by yourself, this is a lifesaver, I'm telling you, because you don't want to squirm around like this when you're on Facebook Live. So this is our fake sponsor for tonight, Bear Claw Back Scratchers. Indispensable, inexpensive, and indispensable. There we go. All right, so we got a good show tonight. Got some good stuff in the mailbag. Got a lot of news today. Think about this question. Do you think, hey Charlotte, how are you? Can Viagra get you high? We'll find out in the news section. What else? What if a rump roast looked at you? Think about that. Yeah, yeah, Santa's watching over us. If you turn him around, he shoots the moon at you. My mother didn't know that when she bought him. Let's see, what else we got? We got a great Darwin Award candidate. For those of you that don't know, Darwin Award is for people that died in the stupidest way. Hey, Diana, how are you? Nice to see you. Let's see, what else we got? In the scam section, I got a place for you to complain. In the brutal self-defense, it'll be, here, take my wallet. We'll talk about that. In the brutal self-defense. The internet section will share and share alike. Let's see. Speaking tip, we'll talk about closing choices. Last time we did alt opening, so we'll do alt closes. Marilee, hey, what's going on? Happy birthday, I think, to you. So let's see. We got an a-hole of the week that represents thousands of a-holes of the week, and we got a hero of the week that sold it all, and just a wonderful lady. All right, so announcements here. Oh, this is important. Everybody knows it's Black Friday, tomorrow's Cyber Monday, and you got to watch for sales. And I found the best sale, I think, of all that I think everybody here should jump on. Apparently, a funeral home in the Dominican Republic, right, is offering half-price sale. I'm not kidding. For this week only. La Solucion Funeral Home outside of Santo Domingo is offering coffins and other funeral services at half price for this week only. The funeral home's owner, Francisco Alvarez Mercedes is his last name, put this on Facebook. He said that the funeral home has a great special, an 8,000 RD. I don't know what denomination that is, but it's a $173 casket, are now only $98, just this week only. So this is, folks, this is a perfect time to stock up, all right? I'm so serious. This is real, too. Okay, let's see. Next thing is, hey, if you're not in the private Facebook group, you're just not cool. That's all I'm telling you. Go to greatinternetmarketing.com/screw-the-commute. And it's a $1 trial for 7 days, and I give all kinds of business tips, and everybody else is chiming in with tips, and you can advertise blatantly on Fridays. So get over there, greatinternetmarketing.com/screw-the-commute. Okay, don't forget the hashtag businesses against snowflakes. Hey, John, how are you? JohnAbbott.com. Check him out. Let's see, hashtags businesses against snowflakes. This is my pitiful attempt to knock down the snowflake movement with all these colleges giving safe spaces, so these little fucking babies can cry, just can't believe what kind of generation is coming up. Okay, so let's get to the mailbag. Okay, Habib wants to know, tell us about your low-carb diet. Well, okay. I lost about 24 pounds in the last, I'd say, 3 weeks or so. And all I did was kind of cut out carbs. I guess it's Atkins kind of diet, but it's I'll tell you what, I feel great. It's no problem. I'm never hungry. Today I had a venison steak. I actually found a recipe for pizza where you make the crust with cheese and eggs, and it's just like pizza. If I didn't tell you it wasn't pizza, you'd never know. Awesome. So it's going great, Habib, and 24 pounds down, feel great, and never hungry really. Okay, Craig wants to know, let's see, and please, everybody, throw comments in. Hey, Nancy, how are you? The more comments we get, the better the show looks. So just say hello or anything to keep the comments going for me. And also hit your share button if you wouldn't mind, so we can get more people involved. Let's see. Craig wants to know, you mentioned, thank you very much, the thumbs up, the Power Editor last week. Please tell us more about it. Okay, yeah, I will, Mary Lee. I'll answer this question, then I'll give you the recipe. Power Editor is the more advanced way to put ads on Facebook, and it allows you to duplicate ads. If you just go to if you just boost a post, they're just taking your money because you don't have much control at all about what you're doing. And if you just go to the regular ads manager, it's a pain in the neck to copy and split test and do other ads. So the Power Editor makes it easy for you to copy stuff. It's hard to learn, so there's plenty of tutorials online, but it makes it easy for you to split test ads and duplicate ads, and it keeps track of all your stuff for you. So it's worth learning, even though it's a pain in the neck. Okay, so Marilee wants to know the recipe for the pizza crust. So it's 4 eggs and 8 ounces of shredded cheese. You mix it all up in a bowl, and you get a flat pan, and you put parchment paper on it. And then you just carefully pour the stuff on there, and it'll kind of make a circle. It's more like an amoeba unless you constrain it. And it just sits there. You put it in the oven for 15 minutes, and after a few minutes, it looks like dough. It's just a white slab of dough. And then you pull it out after 15 minutes. Then you put pizza sauce on it, or any kind. I put pesto and stuff like that. And I put pepperoni, and I put broccoli and bacon bits, and all that stuff's 0 carbs almost. And then you put it back in for 9 or 10 minutes, and you would swear to God it's a pizza. It's pizza crust. I mean, just amazing. I got it off of just on a low-carb pizza recipe offline somewhere. Nancy, hi. Okay, so back to here. Daryl says, when will selfie stupidity be ready? This is one of my sites based on just an idea that comes out of anywhere. I was reading an article about people doing stupid things and almost killing themselves. And the guy in the article said, this is just another example of selfie stupidity. And I thought, selfie stupidity. So I went and bought the domain immediately. And I've been sitting on it for a while. But we just started really developing. And we have a meeting every week on the features in it and getting everything to work properly. So you can go over there and look at it now and test it out if you want. We haven't announced it to the world, but it's selfiestupidity.com. So, and the revenue source there will be ad revenues, maybe selling T-shirts and stuff, affiliate stuff, but mostly ad revenue, because I think it's going to get a lot of traffic. Because you can put your own selfies up there, you can look at other selfies. And of course, you're going to want to show your friends, and so it'll go viral. So I think it's going to get quite a bit of traffic, and then the ad revenue will be what we make money on. Okay, so let's get to the news now. This first news item is cow butt painting, and this is absolutely real, an absolutely important issue in the world. It's based on cow butt painting. Now, this was out of Australia, New South Wales. A whole team of people is heading to Botswana to paint eyeballs on the rear ends of cows. It's absolutely true. Because what's happening is the farmers are being forced to kill endangered lions because the lions are attacking the cows. But the thing about lions is they want to sneak up on you. And if they think you saw them, they back off and go away. So they're painting eyeballs on the rear ends of cows. So if they come up from behind a cow, it'll look like the cow is looking at them, and they'll run away. So apparently, people that work in the jungle do this too, with a face on the back of their, like a mask on the back of their head to scare away cats, big cats. You know, so that's. How'd you like to go apply for a loan? Like, well, what do you do for a living, sir? Well, I paint cow butts. Oh, let me see what category that falls. Okay, so here's a Darwin Award candidate. Darwin Awards are for people that die in the dumbest ways, and this guy was in India, and he went to a party on his camel. All right, can't make this up, folks. And he parks the camel and ties the camel outside the party, and he goes into the party. And he's having such a good time, he forgets that the camel is parked out in the hot sun And so when he's probably drinking, when he eventually gets out of the party, he goes out to his camel, and the camel is pissed. All right, and the camel grabs him by the neck, slams him down, decapitates him, and eats him. So that is the dumbest way in a long time I've heard of dying, being decapitated by a camel who then eats you. All right, let's see what's next. Oh, this Air Force colonel, his name is Eugene Coffey. He was supposed to be court-martialed for adultery, with six counts of adultery. The guy gets around apparently, and he is filing a discrimination lawsuit because he's heterosexual. So, because apparently all the books or the court-martial things haven't been updated to take care of transgender people and everybody else, and so apparently only heterosexual people can commit adultery, and so he says that's discriminating against him, although he did it 6 times. So yeah, you gotta. All those heterosexuals are being discriminated against terribly. You can't have that. This is a good politically correct country, right? Let's see. Now, you know that the South Korean president is facing some crap lately. He is, they're trying to get rid of him, but they're looking into everything he's doing. So apparently they're looking at the finances of this guy, and apparently there was 364 Viagra pills bought for the president's office. All right, and so he's claiming that they were for altitude sickness. People don't quite believe this because I guess he gets around too a little bit, and somebody says no wonder the older Koreans are so psyched to go mountain hiking every weekend. I guess they're supposed to get you up, right? So they did. 364 Viagra pills for altitude sickness. Okay, let's get to the scam bag, and of course that's where the scumbags are. It's just a short URL you might want to write down. This is a way to get some help if you do get scammed or report scams, and it's usa.gov/state-consumer. usa.gov/state-consumer, and it'll give you the exact place to complain in your state by just picking your state out of a drop-down box. So that's your scam tip for today. Okay, the self-defense tip for today. Oh, well, there is a very another thing that's pissing me off. Another Good Samaritan got shot. Now, folks, I am a Good Samaritan, and I hope you are too in certain circumstances. But when there's violence involved, unless you're really, really highly competent and very aware, stay away from it. This person was trying to keep this is in San Antonio. This just happened a couple days ago. Some guy's beating the hell out of his girlfriend. Another guy stops and tries to intervene. The first guy pulls out a gun. Boom, boom, shoots him in the chest twice. He's dead. Now, this threw me back to, I remember vividly, I'm in college. This is 30-some years ago. I'm in college, more than that now. And I'm driving down in Sunnyside. It was the area of Morgantown, West Virginia. Middle of the night. I don't know what I was doing, but I see a guy beating the hell out of his girlfriend. I screech to a stop. I intervene, grab her, throw her in the car, and take her to the police station. Now, that was the dumbest ass move, but I mean, I'm a young, tough kid, and didn't know any better. I had training, but not as much as I have now, or as much sense as I have now. So I take her to the station. She's talking to one detective. The other detective pulls me to the side and is almost mocking me like I'm a dumbass for doing this. He said, yeah, you did good there, kid. You risked your life for somebody that just knocked over a warehouse with her boyfriend last week. She was just in here. Both of them got arrested last week, and they're out on bond. You know, so I was like, oh, geez, you know. Because my dad always taught me to protect people and protect women and be strong. But the thing is you know, the guy could have shot me right there. You know, I didn't have a gun back in those days, still in college. So I told you a couple of months ago about a guy ran off the road, flipped his truck upside down. The Good Samaritan went to help him. The guy was crazy, killed him right there. You know, so unless you're very aware, very know what you're doing, can recognize trouble, do not be a Good Samaritan. And that isn't even your self-defense tip this time. Okay, so your self-defense tip for now is let's just pretend that you decided, everybody on here right now decided they wanted to mug me and then steal my wallet. So you decided to run over to Virginia Beach, and you got through my security system somehow. You got through my dogs somehow. You got through my various traps somehow. And you got through all my guns somehow. And you finally got to me. And you said, okay, Tom, give me your wallet. You know what I'm going to say? Okay. Now, I'm not going to say okay just because I'm highly trained. I'm going to say okay because I'm going to give you this wallet right here. Nice wallet, right? Full of credit cards and stuff, right? Pictures, my kids that I don't have. There's no bill. There should be a few bills in here. It's a fake wallet. And the credit cards I purchased, you can buy expired credit cards off of eBay with the same name on all of them. All right? So I would pull this out and give it to him, and I would play like I'm scared to death. Here, take this. The pin number's in there. I just say, and then I get the hell out of there. And they go off, and when they finally look in here, it's all a bunch of expired credit cards, and these are fake pictures of kids that I got off of modeling sites, you know, so with no names on them, so the kids weren't exposed. So I got all these credit cards, I think, for like $15 or something. J.C. Penney, MasterCard, gasoline cards, everything, all expired from the same guy. So there's your self-defense tip. Have a wallet or something that's a throwaway. Just have it in there permanently in your purse or your pocket, and just get the habit of carrying it, and then give it to them, and just make sure you can get out of there, because if they open it and check it out carefully, which a criminal's probably not going to do that, but if they did, they're going to be really pissed. So while they're looking at this, if they are scrutinizing it too close, that's when you attack, you know, or get the hell out if you can. But anyway, that's a fake wallet, but you don't want to have different names on every card in it, but it just looks real. You know, it's all real stuff. You know, looks like a real wallet. Like I said, I would put a couple bills in there too. All right, there's your self-defense tip. All right, your internet tip. All right, there's a way, and there's programs now. I think one of them's called UpViral, where you can tie a contest into opt-in. Now, I've done this before in the past with various programs. I just bought a new one that I'm testing out, where let's say somebody opts into your mailing list. So that's one person. Great, awesome, good for you. But let's say as soon as they opted in and got whatever freebie you were giving them, it said, hey, how about we got this great contest that you're gonna win this great prize, and you get one chance to be in the contest because you opted in. But we'll give you 20 more entries for each person you get to opt into my list. So, and you have a place right there where they can refer you to other people. Now, they're sending an email to their friend telling them to opt in. I'm not just taking an email and sending it, because that would be spamming. But they are referring it to a friend, and everyone that actually opts in, it's all automatically calculated. They get 20 more chances at the prize. And then as soon as their friend opts in, that's one chance that their friend gets a chance at the prize, and this friend gets the same deal. So if you tweak it enough to get to where, instead of it fizzling over time, if you can just get it to the point where 1.2 people do it, it starts growing over time rather than declining. Because if not that many people do it, it'll just fizzle out. But if you get more than one person to do it in a certain time period, it starts growing like this. The math is beyond me, but you can see examples of this if you. I think the program's called Up Viral, this one, but they show you mathematically how most of the time it's going to fizzle over time. But if you can tweak it, it'll grow. All right, so that's something that can double, triple, quadruple your mailing list, which if you follow me long enough, you know that's where the money is. Okay, so there's your internet tip. Your speaking tip. Anybody got any questions, comments, or websites they want me to mention or whatever? Throw them into the comment box there. Okay, your speaking tip is, last week we talked about alt openings. So let's talk about alt closings now. You really only have two choices when you close a speech. You close it funny or you close it serious. Now, so I'm going to give you some kind of rules to live by. If you've had a serious topic, yes, you can use humor throughout a serious topic if you get good at it. Hey, David. But if you had a serious topic, in general, you should end serious. Okay, don't end funny on a serious topic. You can be funny throughout, but end serious. All right. Now, if you have a funny topic, you have a choice. You can end funny, which I usually would do if I was there to be lighthearted or banquet or luncheon speaker and was there to just be fun and funny with a light message. I'd probably end funny. But you have a choice when you're doing a funny speech to end serious, which is a real attention getter. It's a big contrast if you're going funny, 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 and then you end with a serious message. All right, so that's a choice there. Now, just never end funny if you got a serious topic. Just keep that one in mind. That's the one that'll make you look really bad. All right, so there's your speaking tip. Okay, our A-holes of the week. A lady named Jean Reagan. She's representing to me thousands and thousands and thousands of A-holes around the world who are people that have no trouble being cruel to animals. This lady had a dog named Roxy, which the vet said was one of the worst cases of abuse he'd ever seen, and neglect. More neglect in this case than abuse. The hair was all matted with feces and urine. The pads of the dog's feet were burnt with urine because it was stuck in his own urine. His toenails were growing around so much they're going back into the pads of his feet, so he couldn't walk. This is just not acceptable. I really, I'm a pretty tough guy, And I know there's a lot of weak people in the world. They don't like any kind of violence. They don't like any kind of, all forgiveness, all forgiveness. But I mean, I really, really just cherish the thought of a person has done to them what they do to an animal. I just love that thought. I mean, can you imagine? Do you know how many animals would never be abused again if that became the norm? That would just be beautiful, wouldn't it? These animals that are selfless and just full of love. And that dumb dog would probably go back to that lady once he gets all fixed up and be, oh, here's my mommy. It's a shame these innocent creatures are taken advantage of like this. So she represents thousands and thousands of assholes around the world, and I just can't stand the thought of someone being cruel to an innocent animal. Okay, our hero of the week, though, is awesome. It's a lady named Isha Desel or Desela. And long time ago, she saw a homeless mom begging for food on the street. And it really, really affected her. And she just was torn up that a mom has to beg for some food for herself, not even counting her kids. So Isha decided to sell her home, and she sold this electronics business she had and got enough money to buy a rundown apartment complex with 34 apartments in it. And she started taking care of elderly homeless people. So you have to be at least 50 to get in, and 62, I think you're out. Because she said that people in that age range, they're too young, they're too old to easily get jobs, but they're too young for Social Security. So she jumped in with this, and 5 to an apartment at this place, and you have to work if you're able. If you're able to, you have to work. And she finds out what you're really good at, and you might be maintenance, or you might answer the phone, and she's giving these people things, hope, and getting them ready if they do get a chance to get a job. And the place is now called the turningpointcenter.org. turningpointcenter.org. And it's, again, it's not like a shelter where you have to leave during the day. It's their home until they can get on their feet, or they qualify for Social Security, or they can get a job. And it's just a beautiful thing this lady did. Just selfless, selfless, selfless. I mean, she had a really nice business and a home, gave it all up because she said, you know what, you can only have so much stuff, and what is your life worth? So she dedicated it to helping these people, and I just thought that was beautiful. turningpointcenter.org. All right, that's our little show for tonight. Glad you all could stop by, and if you want to hear the dogs howling, listen to the replay. The first part I was singing a religious song till everybody got on. So as always, stay home, stay safe, and try to make some money while you're doing it. I'll see you later. See you next time.